Hey, welcome back to Moms on the Rocks. We are two friends trying to be not just moms while careering, carpooling, and cocktailing. I'm Jody from Reality TV Podcast.
And I'm Carrie from Sip and Shine.
And today we are together once again. And boy, Carrie, I am deeply, deeply on the rocks this week.
Yeah, you sound like you're kind of a little frazzled.
I am beyond frazzled and I'm trying to get my anxiety in check, but oh my God, I do not know how you working moms do it. I'm kind of juggling the Reality TV podcast during the summer. I can't even get my words out. I'm just so, I don't even know. I'm just trying to juggle it all while the kids are home, juggling the guilt, trying to get everything done. I don't even know how moms of newborns and babies and teenagers do it outside the house.
What did I tell you before? A lot of overcompensation, a lot of guilt. And
I don't know.
I don't remember what else I told you, but I was like, yeah, it's just a lot of guilt and overcompensation. Now you wonder why I did those crazy ass weird parties of the spa stuff and all these like crazy sleepovers and did all that stuff because I was completely overcompensating.
Yeah, I'm spending time with the kids, but I feel like, I don't know if it's because I'm so used to being with them 24/7 when they're home. Even if, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm, crafting or doing some crazy mural or Pinteresty project, but even if we're just hanging out watching something or making them lunch, but I feel like now I'm in the office, I'm editing, I'm, researching or watching things, writing things up, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, go eat that. And I just feel so guilty, and I can tell that they miss the one-on-one time or, just the amount of time that I was spending before. And I feel like it starts to reflect onto your relationship too.
How is Dave going with all this stuff?
I mean, he's supportive in everything, but it's a total shift of not having me waiting for him to get home or for him to be done. It's, it's both ways. But when he comes home from work, he may still have to do stuff, but I'm still plugging away, editing this or posting this or finishing this up. I don't know if it's just my anxiety and I'm projecting onto everyone else, or if they are feeling as impacted as I am.
What kind of day, what is your time management schedule? Like, walk me through a day.
Okay, so for example, well, it's crazy because now with the kids home, it totally throws everything off. So normally they are at school at 9:00, which is late. I think it's a late start. So that already throws me off. But so this summer, for example, this morning, I had to get Paige to the doctor by 7:15. So Dave was still getting ready for work. I woke up, took her to the doctor, got back here so he could go to work. A mom texted me, hey, do you guys want to meet at the pool? And we're getting things together for the new Moms on the Rocks closed Facebook page, closed Facebook group, which I'm super excited about. And it's really inspiring and exciting. And I get all into it. And all of a sudden I look, I'm like, oh shit, it's been an hour and a half, 2 hours. I still haven't eaten breakfast. We got to get ready for the pool. We Zoom over there, have a good time. And then it's get back home, record, edit, and then I just jumped on with you. But for example, last night I was at improv until 10:15 at night. So I got home last night, stayed up until like 1 a.m. watching Real Housewives of New York and writing my notes up for it. We just lost our last listener. That silence means there's zero people still listening.
No, I'm getting really good at not. I'm getting better. Okay. So what I was going to say was that I think right now, and again, as your friend, and I saw it when I was around you, for instance, you and Dave sometimes will curtail some of your dates, or you feel bad asking your mom for watching the kids. And the kids are at school age now. And I think that, the summer is very important, enjoying the time with them, because you will regret it when they get older, not to totally heap more guilt onto you. But on the other hand, you do have to restart you still have to jumpstart your career, and you have to do things that fulfill you. And you can't apologize to the kids because, hey, mommy and daddy need to take care of our marriage once in a while and have a date every blue moon, because that's really a gift for them. And that's one of a big regrets I had with my marriage, is that we didn't maintain our connection enough. And it's not enough to love your kids, but you have to love your spouse too, because you're teaching them so much. So I do think you need to, and again, I'm like, you're laying on the couch right now and I'm being a know-it-all. I do think that I think right now you need to have the key of balance. And also, I think that, you'll figure out your groove, like maybe doing more work before they wake up in the morning, if they end up being late sleepers, or, hey guys, 7:00, you guys are home now in the summer. I get to see you all day. 7:00 is a no-fly zone. That was our thing. 7:00 was a no-fly zone. Either go to your rooms, you guys can, watch TV for a little bit, but mom is not your entertainer. And I think that you will go through bumps as they adjust to mom having kind of a new schedule and not be so focused on them, because you're like me, where we're a nurturer and we want to support everybody else. And sometimes we have a tendency to deplete ourselves or not know when to say no when we get asked things. But I think you're doing a really, really good job, Jody. And I don't want to see you get frazzled either. And you need to make time for yourself. So I think you'll figure out what your balance is schedule wise. But you'll also kind of get through some bumps with the kids getting adjusted to, mom and dad might go out once in a while, or, now, we're home all day with mom at 7:00 is her time and what she needs to get done work-wise,
Right. No, I like that idea. I love that 7:00 no fly zone, but the only issue is then that's when Dave's home. And we've tried to make in this last year, after the kids go to bed, like whether we're watching the same show together or something, but he has his laptop put away, but now it's like the opposite,
Yeah. And do you feel like you're almost losing ground or pride because you're now saying, I complained all those times about your laptop, and now here I am and I need my laptop, and you feel like you almost have too much pride not to give in now? Or do you, like, for instance, with me and Michael, because I have our podcast, I have my other podcast, and I wrote a lot. You saw my website. It's pretty extensive. A lot of personal essays and stuff. And then I also am relaunching my whole event thing, which I had originally let go. And I'm working on my master's, and I'm trying to job search and trying to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of my life, having a 16-year-old crisis over here. I'm going to job fairs with my teenager, which is pretty pathetic. But we designated now a certain half hour, or else we're content. Okay, as long as we're in the same room and we're talking, but I'll be on my laptop and he'll be on his. But we also know it's just temporary for now. Just because you're doing something right now for this summer, whatever works for you guys, doesn't mean it's always going to be like that. And I think a lot of times when I've had arguments in a relationship, I feel like I have to make a big deal about something, because I'm like, what if this becomes a habit, where if I had just said out front, like, hey, I know right now we're just getting too busy right now, so we have to forego a certain routine or certain thing, it doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way.
Right. Yeah, I never had an issue when he had to work from home, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, I just got to figure it out. I just have to figure it out. This is the same struggle I'm sure everyone has, is how do you fit all the things you need to do into a 24-hour period and still be able to sleep and all that? But I'll figure it out. It's just like anything, it all just kind of comes to you, and you just had those days where you're just like, oh my God. And then I'll figure it out. I'll totally figure it out.
I have it all the time. You see me get anxious. I'll have well, right now we don't text as much because of schedule, and I think sometimes we save it for the show. But you'll see me be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm having a anxiety attack over mom guilt or over the fact that I really, through a lot of the endeavors with Kieran, I've lost a lot of friendships, not only because I became a hermit, but I just had a lot of shame, like, oh, same day, same song and dance. So I had a tendency to cut myself off. But like last weekend, we did so much last weekend because I was like, I'm tired of just focusing in one area. I need better balance. So I hope you don't take that. I'm like telling you what to do. I'm more like saying it so I hear myself saying it too, to take my own advice.
Well, no, I don't take it at all. You telling me what to do. I wish someone just be like, hey, here's your game plan. Go for it. What are your vacation plans this summer? Are you guys going anywhere?
Well, I had lots of vacation plans, but now I'm like scaling them back because I have my paychecks exactly planned out till the end of, and my leave. My leave is more important right now, that I don't have a ton of it because I used a lot of it for Kieran's stuff, till the end of my retirement. Like, I am within paychecks of my retirement. So I think we're going to do Florida this year, but next year I want to go to Machu Picchu for my, well, I'm going to do I think I'm going to do Machu Picchu next year for my 40th and for my retirement.
Well, you know who you need to talk to about
Who?
that. My mom.
Oh, that's right. She can help me go up there with her little cane, her little walking stick.
Oh, yes.
Walking stick
Oh, yes.
in one hand and a wine glass in the other.
Oh, that's right. Except she needed to trade in the wine glass for an asthma inhaler because she was convinced. Okay, so she books these, God love her, these senior trips, and she has no fear, no care in the world. She's not wearing a bra. She could give a shit. Okay. So she books this trip to go to Machu Picchu. And my oldest niece is going to go with her. She's in college. So at least we felt better that my niece was going to be there as like a chaperone for my mom. And she was convinced that there was going to be a bus ride that was going to bring her to the summit, like up to Machu Picchu. And we kept saying, the bus is only going to bring you so far, and then you have to walk up. And of course, I'm acting like I'm saying, like I've read books on Machu Picchu. No, I saw it on Idiot Abroad. Have you ever seen that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my what's the word I'm looking for? My expertise, my extent of knowing it. So she was like, nope. The tour bus is going to bring you there. So fast forward, she's in Peru having asthma attacks. We're getting texts from my niece like, oh God, grandma's like a mess. She's all over the place. And oh God, it was a disaster. But still to this day, she's like, then she came back and she goes, you know what? They don't have a bus that brings you all the way to the top. We're like, Jesus Christ, we've been telling this for like 6 to 8 months.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't say
do not just get
abroad.
There was pictures of her. She was taking pictures with the local policia. I'm like, don't do that. So her next trip, she's going to the Great Wall of China.
I want to be your mom when I grow up.
I'm scared to death for her. I just get scared.
She'll be fine.
Because I know my mom.
She'll be fine because she has that bravado or that confidence or that I don't give a fuck. And my old boss was the same way. If you sent him to like Colombia, he's like this little redheaded guy who would be walking around. He picked up some Colombian girlfriend, like it was 90 Day Fiance. Him and his wife split up while he was down there to get him to cook for him. And he was just living it up. He was trying to bring her back and was trying to get me to hire a nanny and from Colombia, you name it. He brought home Apollo. And that type of person will make it no matter where. It's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? They will make it. They'll make it.
No, it's not that a bravado. It's more like an obliviousness. And she would be Carmen Sandiego, but she'd be stuck in China because she lost her purse. She put her passport down. She didn't know. I mean, I told you with the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
that she brought her iPad and she thought it was like a camera. And we had extensive iPad lessons before she left. Like we wrote notes, we tattooed her little pass ID on her hand, and she mixed it up on the trip. And she thought that when she was taking video, she was taking pictures and vice versa. So
Aww.
she just had like 350 1 second clips and then just blurs of videos. But I mean, you cannot walk around in a foreign country just holding your iPad up. It's like a target. Here I am. Come take this from me.
Aww. She's so sweet, though. I would take care of
Well,
her.
it is. I know it sounds like I'm dissing her, but I'm saying it because it's out of fear. Like I want to be there to be like, no, don't count your money out in public, or it's like that. I just want to protect
Do you
her.
ever think, though, that you also get scared because she goes against what your fears are?
Oh, yeah, because the fears don't ever occur in her mind. They don't come to mind at all. For example, she came to babysit my kids last summer and she's like, "Oh, we can go for a bike ride. Can I borrow your bike?" And I just gotten this new bike. I'm not some crazy bike rider, but just kind of our community. Everyone rides their bikes here, there, everywhere. So I just got the bike and I'm like, because I know my mom, okay? And I'm like, and she's like, "You don't want me to use your new bike, do you?" I'm like, "Well, just be careful." And she's like, "I'm not going to do anything to your bike." All on me that, oh, I'm just so uptight. Well, sure enough, I come home. She doesn't say anything. Okay. So the next morning, the kids wake up and they're like, "Grandma fell off the bike and she went up the sidewalk and she rammed into a tree."
I picture her
Yeah,
as
she
being
says
the
nothing.
reboot for Golden Girls.
A reboot of
The
who?
Golden Girls. She'd be on the reboot.
Oh, yeah. She'd be the crotchety, what's her face?
Sophia.
Yeah. But with a mix of Betty White.
Who would you be?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's a good question. I think a mix of Betty White and
The Arthur.
oh my God. Yes.
I'm like
Yeah.
Blanche and Betty White.
That's like the best mix. Yeah, I'm just like the
I'm not
boring
full on
one.
slut, but I did date a little bit after my divorce.
Oh, I'm so the opposite. I'm so straight and narrow. I was just talking to this mom. So, moving back to my hometown, of course, I see all these people that I graduated high school with. And this little boy that was in Charlie's class, they ended up being best buds. And I went to high school with his mom. So we were at the pool today and we were just talking and we were like, God, and we didn't really hang out in high school, just kind of acquaintances. But we were saying how naive we were in high school. Like we didn't know people were doing drugs, or if you heard like someone had sex, you'd be like, "Oh my
That's like
God."
middle school now for kids. I can't get over how exposed they are. It was the talk of the school if you thought somebody had sex in school, in high school. Do you know what I mean? Like nobody did drugs. Like the worst drug I ever heard of was marijuana.
Yeah, I knew people did them, but I did think like, oh my God, that's really bad. I don't know if you saw, I posted a picture of this senior prank. This guy in our graduating class wrote a letter on the principal's letterhead and sent it out and printed thousands of them out and posted them all over the town, all over the school. And although it's not really PC, reading it back now, 20 some years later, my friend's sister found it. It is the funniest fucking thing I've ever read in my life. I'm like, that is some damn clever shit. It is too bad he didn't use that I was going to say creativeness. Oh my God. Creativity. And God, but it was funny, which made me kind of miss high school slightly.
So Kieran, who's in high school, comes home the other day. He used his paycheck to buy a bunch of ugly ass shit. He went to a mall store where they could negotiate on prices. I was like, Karen, that's first of all shady as fuck. Make sure you check your card that they didn't take your card number. And he brought home some ugly ass clothes because he's very gullible and he freaks out in those kind of situations. He'll just say yes, like some homeless guy down at the Verizon Center. He took the metro down to go see a basketball game down in Chinatown in DC. And the guy's like walking him to the ATM to go get him cash. And he's like, I was like, Kieran, don't give that asshole like money. I'm thinking he's trying to buy, like, for all of his stupid shit he's done with like drugs and all this kind of other stuff. There's also this like super innocent, really gullible side of him, So he comes home and he's like, I want to dress like a skater. And I was like, you don't even know how to skateboard. You don't even like ride a bike. Why are you trying to dress like a skater? Then I shut myself up because at his age, and I'm not going to tell him this story, I used to go to like PacSun when it first came out, and I bought there was a clothing line called Porn Star. I bought this sticker that said Porn Star and put it in my very first car window, and I was driving around the streets with a Porn Star sticker.
Oh my God.
Thinking people would think I was like a surfer chick. Never been on a board, never been on a skateboard, never been on anything. I just listened to No Doubt and wore baggy jeans and Birkenstocks and went to Woodstock and would hang out in New Paltz, New York.
Oh, he listened to No Doubt. When is his birthday? I'm going to send him an Avril Lavigne t-shirt. Skater Boy.
August 6th. Oh my gosh, we went and saw that movie. I totally thought of you. So we went and saw that movie Tag or whatever. What did you hear of it? Where it's based on a true story.
No idea what you're talking about.
Based on a true story. These like 8 friends. This movie though had Jeremy Renner, the guy from Hangover, in it, John Hamm in it, and they play this game of tag for the last 30 years. So they will fly to each other's houses and tag each other. Like they'll jump out of they'll jump out of the trunk of the car. It's just this never-ending game of tag during a certain month of the year. And then you're it for the rest of the year. So we go into the movie. And the movie, I'm thinking it's about like these older guys, but I realize they're depicting people my age. Like I'm the old person now because all the music in it is music that I recognize from my glory days. So I'm like kind of dancing, in the seat, and I'm like singing to like Beastie Boys and stuff. And Kieran's like, "You're so embarrassing." I said, "Well, I had good taste." And he's like, "Well, yeah, you're right." So he dug the music. He just didn't want me to dance to it. But that's when I realized that I'm old. But my idea was, and I'm going to do a tag game with you. And this is the rules. You want to hear it?
Yes, and then I'll respond.
Okay. I want to do a game where you have to send maybe like 5 seconds or 10-second video on our Facebook group doing like a lip sync / dance battle. And you get 2 points 1 point if you can get one of your kids or a kid in there. 2 points though if you can get another adult to be in the video. And then you can tag back, or you can tag, 2 people or whatever. But if you can't get it going, then you're it.
Okay, I like this. I love this idea because you do know I am very famous within my family of 6 people for my rendition of karaoke style Baby Got Back. It's legendary.
That's
I once got
song.
That was your wedding song?
Yeah, we cut our cake to that song.
What? Like you're cutting your butt cheeks or something, baby?
No, we cut our wedding cake. We cut at my wedding to that song. That was the song the DJ picked, apparently, when the song came on.
Okay,
but I want to hear about why is it infamous? You tell me. Did you win awards for this? Like, I need to know.
Better than an award. I once got at a Mexican restaurant tipsy after our summer camp. A bunch of counselors and I went out. I don't mean to brag. But the waiter gave me a plate of nachos with grilled chicken and guacamole. It was that good. Free of charge.
So I'm thinking now we have to throw down on this. I've been getting the Colonel to practice
Wait, hold on. I'm a little offended that you were not taken aback by the free guacamole and chicken
Oh no,
tacos.
now my non-competitive nature just has been raised to the forefront.
Okay, I like this idea with the video. I was going to say, I don't like the once a year tag because I'm not going to lie. I always say I'm not a very competitive person. Dave is the only one that knows me well enough that I say that because really deep down inside, I cannot lose. So I'd rather say, oh, I really didn't want to compete anyway. Like, I
Oh,
don't really
I'm not take
care.
my ball and go home. No, this game will continue as long as we can get it to go. But you do not want to be the last one tagged.
Well, how does it? So it just
So
keeps
for
going and
instance,
going and
I'm
going.
going to tag first round. I'm getting Mike to practice because I'm going to get an adult in the video. And the reason why I'm giving extra points for the adult is I'm waiting for you to be dancing around Baby Got Back around Dave because I want to actually see if you can get him on video. So
There's no
yeah,
way. There is
I was like,
no
maybe she
way
can
he
get
will
her mom
dance.
to join in, but I was like, she's not going to get Dave. So already I got one on you. So
I think I've only danced with him twice in my life. Like once for our first dance song and maybe once at my brother's wedding reception, and that was it. He does
so
not
I'm going to
dance.
tag you.
He really sounds like a great, thrilling
No,
person.
he's a
Poor
sweet
Dave. We always talk
little,
bad
he's
about
a
him.
sweet little Sully. He's sweet, so sweet. So, but that I promise you are not Mike Chishowski or whatever his name is.
Oh, so you're like just grouping all of us Polish people together? Schnowski. What is that? Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski.
I was trying to,
Do you want to
I was trying
know?
to mumble the
Do you want to
beginning.
know what you're trying to mumble in? Mike Wazowski. You don't want to know what my dad's and my mom's last name, they were both shortened in the 50s.
What?
My mom and dad's last names, their parents, okay, because they're Polish. Like I'm 100%, we're more Polish than people in Poland, according to our DNA profiles. So my dad's last name was Glazinski. My mom's was Gulaguski. Like we are
Gullah
straight
Island.
Polish. Oh, Gully. Yeah, but they shortened it to Gully.
So I thought when you were telling me about putting the Vicks on my feet, I was like, is that like a Polish tradition that her grandma did? I did not
No,
believe
I
you.
read
I did not
that.
believe you.
Did you look
No,
it
I
up?
didn't. Because I just believe you. You can tell me anything. I'm like,
No,
Jody says.
they say when your kids are sick, you should put like a little Vicks vapor rub on their feet. Probably just so, like it's not burning on their chest because they pull up their little feet and everything like that.
You know,
But we are
Polish
all over the
women are very
place.
pretty.
You think?
So Kim, what I'm going to do is
know.
I'm going to tag you and Kim, and one of you guys has to pull
Okay.
me up, and whoever,
Okay.
and we'll see. But I have Mike training to do jump on it.
Well, hold on. Now we have to be like practicing.
No, you
and
have to do like
stuff.
5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds.
Okay.
It has to be at least like 5 to 10. We'll see how long 5 seconds goes, but at least between 5 and 10 seconds of like at least somebody has to be like moving, like at least a head bob,
Okay.
something. Give me something with the lip sync. So we're gonna have a tag game. This is what I could come up with us being long distance.
Okay, and this is in our
Yes.
Facebook group or Twitter?
Facebook group. But you can share the videos
Okay,
outside.
got it.
But the colonel told me that we can only, if I'm going to put him in it, he said I can only put it in the closed group. But everything else to me is free game.
Okay, so
He has a
what do
top
I
secret.
get if I can? What do I get if I manage to get Dave in this video? Which you have no
think
idea how
you'll get
impossible this is going to
Queen.
be. Well, what do I get?
You get the queen.
What does that mean?
The queen. You get to be the queen for the year. Because I just don't think you're going to be able to get him in the video. Even sitting in the chair while you dance around him, he's not going to do it. That's why I was like,
No, I think he'd
I
be-
knew I was going to already checkmate you by the fact that I've been trying to talk Mike into it for weeks now, showing him videos. I even got him to do the little like hip thrust the other day. Like I've been working on him for a good few weeks to do this.
Dave would more likely say he'd rather have a third child than be on video dancing. But I'm going to work on it. So let's put that all out to you guys. we'll tag you in the Facebook group. And if you're like, okay, I'm on the Facebook page, but not the Facebook group, we just put it up today. If you go to our Moms on the Rock Facebook page, you'll see a link there for the group. And it says Moms on the Rocks. What it is? Oh, shoot. What did I call it? Moms on the Rocks. We saved a seat.
Yeah, we saved a seat for you.
We saved you a seat. We saved a seat for you. Something like that. You can sit with us. Saved you a seat. Saved you a seat.
Yep, and I'll keep score. So if you have a kid in the video, you get a point, but you get 2 points if you get an adult in the video.
Okay, so go to our Facebook page, join the Facebook group.
You tell me.
You figure out the scoring. We'll post the scoring so you guys know. But go to the Facebook group. Just ask to join. We just make sure that you're not, a robot or a bot or anything in between that. And that way we can all talk without having our friends and family see what we're saying to each other because it's a closed group. So come on in and join us. Find us on Instagram and Twitter at MomsOTR for On the Rocks. You can find Carrie
at Sipshine Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I just changed my Facebook to Jackie O After Hours because I'm actually going to try to jumpstart it so we can talk about cults, true crime, histories, and hot mess kids.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Hot mess kids, that could be fun.
I'm already complaining about the fact that, my son tells me don't worry about it if he misses work. And I'm like, yeah, I do have to fucking worry about it because you're not going to sit on my couch all summer and me paying for everything.
You're really making me dread the teenage years between the period and this.
I know.
If you don't want to talk about your hot mess kids, you can come talk to me about reality TV. I am at Twitter and Instagram at Reality TV Pod. On Facebook, Reality TV Pod. I have a Facebook group there. It's closed. We talk about, oh my goodness, everything from Little People, Big World to Counting On to Real Housewives, 90 Day Fiance, everything in between. So come and talk to us there. That's Reality TV, Orchard of Snark. And until next time, you got to give us an outro. But I'm just going to say, get it together. That is my goal for this week. I'm going to get it together.
Yeah, you get it together.